Hey yo, Goom. Oh, wrong show. Sorry. Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know me as Gavin. Um, and I think we can all agree that this year has been pretty crap, for lack of a better word. But the one thing about time, it keeps on going. As my grandpa says, it waits for no man, and that inevitably means that yes, Christmas is coming. And I can already hear people arguing, saying, "How are you going to disrespect Thanksgiving like that?" And normally I'm in that camp, but it's never too early, as the kids say. So I'm going to be coming at you with a bunch of cool gift ideas. And this is basically going to be the 2020 pandemic holiday gift guide. So I try to break it down into a couple categories. Because if you're a guy, or if you're a girl buying for a guy, or like your brother or that weird uncle you don't really know what to get for, I understand how it can be difficult sometimes, because guys are kind of hard to buy for. Because I'm at that stage in my life where if I need something, I buy it. I don't have to wait for some weird holiday, birthdays, Kwanzaa, Crumbo, whatever. You only gotta wait, so you can just jump right in to do it. So what I tried to break it down today, I feel like I have something for like the fitness guy, the gear guy, and the book reader guy. I don't really know what else. The nerd. We'll call him the nerd, whatever. The nerdy techie book guy. That I think all these products can enhance your life immensely. So basically, a quick thing on gift giving is that the price range of all these items I'm going to show, they vary drastically, all the way from about $6 all the way to about $400 plus. So just keep that in mind. I'll try to bridge the gap between, more affordable to a little bit more high end, because not all gifts have to be super high end to really get a good rise out of people. So why don't we talk about the fitness guy first? So right here up front, I have what you call the ice shaker bottle. Now, if this is for somebody, guy or girl really, that if you're super into the gym, working out, or just need a double wall vacuum sealed drink holder to keep your stuff hot or cold, this is great. Rob Gronkowski's brother, Chris Gronkowski, owns this company, and it really helps fight off that when you go work out for like a week. It's like, this is my year. I'm gonna work out. And then you drink a protein shake and throw this under your car. When you find this under your car, it's not going to be super smelly and penicillin growing on the inside, because it's made of metal. Super easy twist off. Yeah, it's for working out. I put sweet tea in it before this. This one is 22 ounces, I think. And then the white. But the best thing about this, it's only $35. And you can get it on Amazon. Who doesn't love that? And look at that. Listen to this authoritative thwack when it closes. So you got to open. That's pretty strong. And then put it down. Oh, yeah. That ain't going nowhere. So that is a really easy thing to get for a fitness enthusiast in your life. So bridging off to the fitness theme is that you're going to sweat. And you're going to smell bad. And it's going to suck. But you're going to feel better afterward. But in the meantime, what I like to do is I wear these junk bands when I go and work out. This company, super awesome. It's almost like this dry, fitty, flexy material. As you see, they have junk written across there. And the best thing about these, they're only like $12. They come in plain colors like this one. I call this my solid snake bandana, just because it's that color there. And if you're a little more flashy, I got the Hawaii print, I believe this is called. And I believe both of these are only like $12. You can get them in like the Miyagi style, where you gotta tie them up like this, which I'm failing to do miserably for some reason. And then bam, there you go. Look at that. Who doesn't like that? I like that. And I've worked out in these. You can wear them a couple, 2-3 times before you really have to wash them again. They fight off stank pretty good, which is cool. Impromptu tourniquet if you get hurt. I don't know. Don't get hurt at the gym, hopefully. So those are the... We're going to have to edit that out. So that's for the fitness guy that I think everybody can... Good gifts for the fitness guy. So next, if we look over here on this end of the table, we have lighters, teeth cleaning products, and the famous Carhartt beanie. Being from upstate New York, winter sucks. Just, it's awful. And the cool thing about Carhartt beanies is that they're like $15. There's hundreds of colors. And when I put it on, am I an art student? Am I forklift certified? No one really knows. And that's like the allure of the Carhartt beanie and what Carhartt can do just as a brand. This hoodie I'm wearing is Carhartt. And I've had this exact hoodie since 10th grade. Since 10th grade. And it still holds up. Like, yeah, if you look at the cuffs, they're kind of messed up. I'm always sitting like this, or like doing one of these in class. So like the elbow patches are all messed up. It's faded, it's sun faded, but it's mine, and it's got character to it. And I think that's one thing, like apart from gift giving, that people forget about, is that it doesn't have to be an extravagant gift. Like, I only paid $40 for this hoodie, but it's lasted me for going on 5 years plus, and I don't really see it slowing down. I have another hoodie here that I bought, another black Carhartt hoodie. This is the heavyweight rain defender hoodie. Again, perfect, awesome. I'm probably gonna have both of these hoodies for the next 10 plus years probably. So the next thing, saying how like hoodies or gifts don't have to be extravagant. A cool little thing in my family that we would give when people graduated high school and stuff, at least the men at least, is that we would give them the classic Zippo lighter. Yep, there we go. Simple, classic. It's $20. That iconic noise that some things have. It's kind of like the M1 Garand ping from World War II. It's just that classic. You know it's a Zippo when you hear that. It's perfect. And the cool thing about Zippos is that you can get this regular old satin one like I got. I got this at the New York State Fair for like, I think $10 or whatever. Or you can get a little more classic like Grim Reaper with blue flame hand. What 10-year-old kid doesn't want that? Obviously explain to your kid or someone younger that obviously it's not a toy, and bad things could happen if you play with fire. But I assume that you've already taken account into that if you're going to give it. But yeah, I'm not your parent. And going on the theme of that, this is a really good tool. So inside this is called the Exotac Fire Sleeve. Now all it is a waterproofing little container for your Bic lighter. Bam! Look at that. Perfect gift for someone just outdoorsman. As you see, it's blaze orange, so it's easy to find. And you can get this on Amazon for like $15, or you can get two for like $35, I think. So that's really cool. As you see, the lid is like perfectly molded into the bottom. That way you don't lose it. And then this little stretchy part here is that you can put it over like the little button striker here. That way you don't have to keep holding it down like a Cro-Magnon for hours on end if you gotta light something, which is cool. And it's cheap, it's effective. It's like the perfect stocking stuffer. So let's say you wanted to get some like a combination gift. You could give somebody like an Exotac, a 3-pack of Bic lighters, and their favorite toothpicks. Who wouldn't want that? Because these are awesome, come in handy all the time. People from work steal them. It's a gift that other people will want once they see that you have it, which is a benchmark of a cool gift, I think. I'm one of those people that always has a pocket knife on me. So like right now, nope, it's not in my pocket because it's laid out here. So this is the Benchmade 915 Triage Rescueman's knife. I had this exact same knife with the black coating on the blade, but I forgot to lock my truck up one day, and some asshole went through it, and the only thing he stole was this knife. He didn't take my old iPod Classic. He didn't take any of the change, like in the change jug that I get. He only took the knife. So after like being angry for like a week and a half, I was searching around at eBay because this model with the sheep's foot variant like that, they don't make it anymore. So I did have to pay $168 on eBay, which is like a little bit more than what this knife came for production-wise, I think. But it was worth it just because it has that like coolness factor. And I remember when I first got into like carrying and EDC pocket knives and things like that, nothing really caught my eye. And this was like the first one that I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I need to have that. Like, I absolutely need to have that. So I bought it for myself for my birthday. And if anyone is selling one with the black blade, tell me. I'll buy it. You don't gotta sell it to anybody else. Come to Uncle John. Obviously, that's a Benchmade, made in Oregon. A little bit more expensive, obviously. But we have another offering of an EDC tool from CRKT. This is the CRKT M16 13 SFG. I was looking up prices on these today, doing research for this video, and you can get this for like $50. That is a steal for what you get. CRKT, if you don't know, all sorts of different multi-tools, knives, just a cool outdoor tool company. Awesome hatchets. The one annoying thing I find about this is that you see this little red dot right here. That's a line. This is a liner lock knife, and this is a little safety clasp where if that's engaged, you can't like close it normally one-handed. So that's really my only gripe with this per se. But it's nice and sleek in the hand. It's comfortable in like every position that you have it in. Really, yeah. That's a stabby noise if you didn't know. But they have all sorts of different models. They have like a rescue version in like blaze orange like this. And again, very affordable. Or if you're just starting to get into EDC, everyday carry, pocket knives, things like that, this is a very good alternative until maybe you want to graduate to something a little bit more expensive, like this Benchmade or this Cold Steel American Lawman. Just something easy like that. Moving on. I feel like the ongoing joke about like Christmas or holiday shopping in general is that, if you're bad, you're gonna get a pair of socks, but that doesn't always have to suck. And thankfully, you got companies like Darn Tough Vermont. These are made in Vermont. They're merino wool, and they're just all around great. Like our family has a camp in the Adirondacks, and we go hiking, go for a walk or whatever, and you need a pair of good socks because one, it gets cold in the Adirondacks at night and early in the morning, so these are a little bit thicker. I usually wear like Nike dry fit socks, and those are comfortable, but these are way more robust, and for about like $25 I think a pair, it's really worth it. And it's good for like, let's say that you get roped into doing a Secret Santa thing at work and you don't know what to get Steve from accounting. You can get these for Steve from accounting, and he'll know that you got it for him, and he'll just be like, oh, hey, Steve. And you'll be like, hey, I'm wearing your socks. And it'll be weird, or hey, it'll be cool, and hey, you made a new friend. So socks don't have to suck. Darn Tough Vermont. Just look up Darn Tough on Google. You'll find it. So now we got what I personally call like cool guy, young adult items. So this watch right here is the Seiko Automatic Diver's Watch. Now what's cool about this is that this is the first watch my dad gave me when I was like 10 or 12. And it's nothing super spectacular, but one, it's cool because my dad gave it to me. Both him and my brother both have this same variant style watch, and it's just perfect for what I need it to do. Self-winding, so there's no batteries you have to worry about changing. Cool leather strap. You can dress it up, dress it down, dive with it. It's good for 200 meters. And like it's dinged up, but it's got character. Like this, it's just a watch and it's metal and it's on a leather strap, but this has character and soul. That's something like this Sunto core. Like, yeah, the Sunto core is like cool and militarized because it's in the color black. Companies need to stop doing that, but I digress. But it doesn't have that character and soul that something like this does. Like this, I could pass down to my kids. I've already fixed it once, and the jeweler was like, why don't you just buy a new one? And I was like, just fix it, bub. You're making money anyway. So I'm not the biggest reader by fault, which is something like 2020, obviously coming with pandemic and lockdowns. I started reading a lot more. So one thing that I bought, which I think other people appreciate too, is this book called Shibumi. Now, I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with the John Wick series of movies. And if you pay attention, and this is cool little Easter egg things that I like from movies, is that when Keanu Reeves goes to the airport, he goes up to this guy he's sitting in an F-250, he's a field worker, and he just kind of gives him one of these, like, from the side, he's reading, and he just goes, and you could just see it that he's reading this book called Shibumi, and the rumor has it is that the character in the book Shibumi is, like, loosely gave some inspiration for John Wick's character, which is cool because I don't know how you guys watch movies, but sometimes you think, oh, why did the director do this? Or why did the wardrobe people decide to put this in as opposed to that? So it's cool that little things like this you can find out after the fact of the movie. And I think this is $12 on Amazon, which is a steal. I haven't even finished reading it yet, but I really have to, just now that I'm back to work again and just haven't had enough time. So... This book is called At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, the first romance novel for dudes. Now, hear me out. At first glance, like, just look at that cover art. He's got a woman swooning after him there. He's shirtless, and he's got a saloon girl over his shoulder. All right, so when I saw the cover art of this, I'm sold. It's hilarious. The author Ross Patterson, he was the bad guy in the movie The New Guy, and he was also he's also directed movies like wow, I'm blanking super hard right now. Anyway, look it up, it's hilarious. Let me just read you the back. Also, this is wildly inappropriate. I wouldn't recommend you give this to somebody. Maybe a mature 17-year-old could deal with this. But this is just the back page. I survey the whorehouse / bar through squinted eyes so beautiful. Butterflies. Every whore in the entire place falls to their knees and prays toward me like I'm a Mayan god. I raise my hand, acknowledging them. That's terrible. But it's hilarious, and I promise if you're trying to play Silent Library and you're in a library reading this, you're not going to be silent because you're going to be gut-busting laughing. But be careful with this one because it's bad, but it's worth it. Alright, so technology is something that I'm not inherently very good at. I don't give a damn what brand my computer is. I want it to turn on, have decent battery life, and yeah, that's about it. Those two things, and not break. So, I love music, and I have two offerings here for the music aspect, or the music lover, the music guy, the nerdy book tech guy. These are Raycon E55 earbuds. I'm not opposed to Apple AirPods, but there's a small part of me is like, I already have an iPhone, and I don't always want to be encapsulated in the network that is Apple. So sue me, whatever. They come in a little charging case like that, up to 6 hours, and normally I don't really like bud earphones just because they just hurt kind of, but these fit to me like really nice and flush in the ear. I actually fell asleep with these on one day somehow, and I woke up and I was like, why can't I hear anything? And I had fallen asleep with these on, and you get a lot of these different sized earbuds. Yeah, that's kind of dirty, whatever. So no matter what shape your ear is, you can pretty much guarantee they got one for you in their case. And also, like, I'm sure if you're on spend any time on the internet, you're gonna see advertisements for these, and it seems they sponsor every damn podcast in the history of podcasts, so you can easily find a 20% off code somewhere. And hey, for like $110. That's pretty good compared to some other big brands that want $350 plus for a wireless earbud. But so don't knock it till you try it. Raycon E55 earbuds. And so traditionally, as I was just saying, I don't really like bud-in earbuds because they'd hurt my ears. So I'd always go for a more traditional studio-style headphones like these. So these are the Audio-Technica ATH X50s. The one annoying thing about these, I have an iPhone 8, and they got rid of the old headphone jack, which is a trend in tech I don't really like, because just, why? Give me the headphone jack. Not everything doesn't have to be Bluetooth, but what's also cool about these, they make a Bluetooth model, and it's only $30 more. These will run you about $140, right? Yeah. But they're great. They're super comfortable. You can buy one of those little adapters where you just plug the audio jack into the audio jack, and then it's the little like weird adapter that goes into the charging port of the iPhone. Now looking at me, I can admit it, my head is huge, so it's kind of hard to find things with enough like stretch and oomph, but these fit fine. I sound all weird because I'm wearing them, but just what they look like. I've worn them for hours on end, and I never really developed any hot spots on my ears, which is nice too. I had a case for them, but I just didn't feel like packing it away. They fold up like that, which makes them pretty much easy to go in the case, and then you can just do the old classic wrap the string around those. So those are really cool. And I would say the last big ticket item that I'm going to talk about today is I'm a backpack fiend. Okay, like some people it's cars, some people it's cologne, some people it's watches. I'm a backpack guy, and I think everybody knows the plight of trying to find the perfect backpack, basically. And I think I've done it. So this right here is the GoRuck GR2 40-liter backpack, and it's actually what I use to carry everything you see here on the table now. I threw it up in here. There's plenty of room. GoRuck is a company based out of Florida. What's cool about this is that it opens flat, and I'll try to not awkwardly do it, or try to awkwardly accomplish that. But so there's two compartments. There's one outer compartment here. As you see, it opens up completely flat, which is cool. It's really easy for organizational things. Just holding it up here, you got one like main pocket, two mesh pockets, and another main pocket. And as you see on the branding, it says like GoRuck GR2, made in USA, which is also cool. Made in America products is things that they kind of get a bad rap. Just they're going to be more expensive, but it's cool to see that made in America sticker or tag. And then there's a big other main compartment that opens up like such. This is my EDC bag. As big as it is, I like to carry a lot of stuff. I got my rain jacket in here. Obviously, it's COVID time, so like spare Dolphins mask. I got some gloves in here. I got like spare clothes if I ever got to go gray man. And yeah, it's all around just a bomb-proof bag. It's made of 1000D Cordura, so it'll fade in the light a little bit after a while, but it's pretty much bomb-proof. That's the way GoRuck markets it. And it was founded by a Green Beret, which is also cool because the founder, Jason, always talks about how they send products to have Green Berets test. And he was like, I'm not going to send something crappy out to, people in war zones and not the safest places of the world. So that's really cool. And obviously just like cute little morale patches like that. I got the Mandalorian patch. I got some American flag patches too. And any other patch you can get on Amazon or online is cool. And it just gives you a little glimpse into the person's personality. I'm not a super flashy color guy. That's why I went with the black version. But yeah, it's always cool to spice things up a little bit. That's Velcro. Just tear away, put on something else. This is pretty expensive. And before GoRuck, there was actually a price hike. So I actually bought this pre-price hike, and I paid, don't tell my parents, but I paid $395 for this. But I've literally used it every day for going on 3 years. Someone do the math and divide what like the cost per day of wearing this would be. But it's awesome, and I'm gonna have this pretty much forever. And whenever you buy a GoRuck product, learn to speak, John, whatever. You're also buying into what they call GoRuck scars. So if you manage to break this, or a zipper breaks, somehow this strap fails, you can send this back to them, and they will either sew it back together, or if it's unfortunately too far gone, they'll just send you a new one, and they can figure something out. You can customize them through their GoRuck Scars program. And even if you buy a GoRuck product secondhand, like through eBay, they still honor the Scars program, because they say, like, oh, obviously we recognize our own gear, which honestly is cool in and of itself. I don't really know any other major companies besides like Patagonia, maybe like boot companies that you can resole shoes, but how many other companies would be like, oh, send it back, we'll fix it, we got you, dog? That's cool in and of itself. Veteran owned, American made. What more do you want, really? So hopefully with this, I showed you that you can give awesome gifts, and they don't have to be, $1,000 plus. Socks don't have to be lame. I tried to promote, things that, any guy would really want, or anybody would want, really. I think all of these items are pretty cool. So sound off below. Was there anything that you want for Christmas this year? What's on your list? Or do you out there in the ether have any of these things and want to share your experience? Let me know. I had a lot of fun putting this stuff together. So sound off below. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.